All right, so I like got dressed really quick. I'm gonna keep it simple because I'm not feeling well, but I kind of want to do something really just like kind of just fix my hair up a little bit. It's already somewhat in a bun, and I like using like these huge ass hair ties. I can't have any tension because my hair naturally, when I stretch it, is down there. So any tension to my hair, and it's just real sensitive. I hope this works, but it probably ain't. Okay, so um, let me try and place y'all. And you're gonna see me get ready. I'm going to have to shower off, and no, I'm not bringing no camera to no pool because I can't. I cannot. Let me place y'all. And again, let me place y'all near my makeup. Good. Okay. So, obviously, you can see my lovely, kind of just. I look like sideshow Bob. Oh my goodness, this is not gonna work. So I definitely need another hair tie, something like this which stretches. I pray to God it'll work, cause I kind of just don't want to be hot. I'm already hot. Turn on your AC. The bitch is going. I have my AC slash my heater going. I don't know if you. I bought it from Walmart. Bet it was like the best, literally the best investment. If I pop this shit, bro, I'm done. Right, bro, I'm just done. Right. If I pop this shit, I'm hot as shit, bro. I'm really hot. I'm probably gonna try and find one. It's probably in my kitchen. I'm gonna leave y'all. Let me go try and find. Because the whole point of this hairstyle is so that it is out of my face. I like wearing my hair in a bun a lot. But I just like to have it secure. And you're going to see me put on deodorant because I don't like to be a smelly ass chick. We don't do that. So, I do other things like, you're not going to catch me wearing under. It just doesn't make any sense. Yes, I clean my hoo-ha because that's what you do. I will probably bring this because I don't like smelling my armpits. That's like one of my hugest pet peeves. If I smell my armpits, it's a wrap. And the worst part is, if anybody has a hack, please let me know when my armpit hair grows in, which obviously, if you're knowledgeable, you have bacteria, and the sweat is what makes your armpits smell. So if anybody has like any ideas, any suggestions, that would be like so lovely. I left my pasta out. Oh my goodness. So I'm hobbling. You're like, well, I don't use a cane in my house. Actually I take that back. I will only use a cane in my house if I feel like I cannot ambulate safely by myself. Okay. That is the only time. I am gonna try and be a little festive and put earrings on because you don't bring valuables to the pool. I bring my stuff where I watch it, so I swim and I see my shit, which is so lovely. Can I did it. Look at me. I did it. Don't I look nice? Yes, this is yarn. I just want to see what the yarn craze was, and I want to do something different because people are always like biting off of me, and I don't like that whatsoever. I don't. So, I have I have my physical therapist. I actually do have somewhat of a background in healthcare, so a lot of my physical therapists, if they're I found my hair tie. Like the younger ones are gonna have a doctoral in physical therapy because they changed the standard. While I was working in healthcare, they changed the standard. They were like, you can't go and get your master's, you need to have a doctorate. So a lot of your physical therapists, if they're young, they have a doctorate. Okay, and they worked damn near hard for it. So yeah, so um my therapist is young. I like her. Um how we do is we have a set of exercises. We walk, so we warm up before we do anything. Okay, we warm up. That's like the most important thing. No matter what you do, warm up. So we warm up, and then once we do our warm ups, we have our upper body exercises, upper extremity, and then lower extremity, which is your lower body. I'm gonna try and speak layman's terms, because normally when I do speak to healthcare professionals, I just talk like them because of the type of shit I had to do. I shouldn't say it's shit. It was a job helping folks, making sure that they were properly taken care of within federal, state rules and regulations and stuff like that. But I just talk, so I'll try to keep it as much in layman terms. And then those who are in the healthcare profession, please feel free to correct me, but do not come for me, because I am an educator. Okay, all right. My mom is a nurse and my sister is a nurse. That's what they went to school for. So I felt like the nurses were trying to recruit me. And also too, for all the medical people, they will tell you this, and this is something that is very it's a fact. Okay, the more I can keep my weight off. Now, I'm a very stout person and I'm very curvy, like if you see me, but this gut can actually hinder me. And I want to have an honest conversation. When it comes to patella, your kneecap, when I say patella, it's your kneecap, the heavier you are, the worse is going to be. Okay, like that's just a reality. My doctors, they don't talk to me about my weight, but it is something that for me is a concern, for the simple fact, the heavier I am, the harder is for me to bounce back, and I do not want that. I want a good recovery. What works in my favor is that I'm an active person. So even though I do have this injury, I have to stay moving. Even on the days that I lay in bed. That's one. Two is the fact that, I have to work on strengthening my core, which is very important. And that's where a physical therapist is going to help. Their whole approach is supposed to help you. I'm sorry. I'm trying to literally charge up my headphones, because like I told you, I pack a bag for therapy, and sometimes I do it at the last minute. But what a physical therapist is supposed to do, which is kind of like similar to a personal trainer, is help you to gain mobility and independence through proper mechanics, range of motion, and exercises. Okay, so they're supposed to, through proper patient education and instruction, help you to be more independent. Okay, so that instead of you going to therapy, the exercises you do in therapy, you can do at home. Okay, so that's their goal, is to basically help you get to a better baseline and be more productive, I guess. I don't know if that's even the proper word. It's probably not the proper word. Physical therapists are supposed to help you rehabilitate, to get you close to your baseline before whatever trauma, injury, event, occurrence happened. You're not going to get back to that same baseline in a lot of cases. Like, a lot of cases you will always hear, like, you can get close to that. Some people, they get close to that, they get to that, and sometimes they get even better, but it takes a long time. Your body can heal itself. It's just making sure you have the proper tools, interventions, modalities. And what I'm saying is the right skills, the right tools, the right knowledge, the right instruction, the right care. Interventions are solutions. If you ever hear a doctor say an intervention is a solution to a problem. Okay, surgery is solution to a particular problem. Physical therapy is a solution to a particular problem. And so that's what an intervention is. Modality is taking many interventions, many solutions, and using them compoundly so that we can get a desired outcome. Okay, so that's really what that is. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm actually going to, because I just ate, and I am a diabetic and it's really hard for me to eat. They gave me, and I really don't like sharing my meds, Voltaren, which is diclofenac. But they gave it to me first in gel. I mean, I have like weed creams and stuff because in my state, weed is like legal and I actually have my license for it. But think about, and I can actually show you guys, I'll actually take a picture. I have to take this. So another thing that's hindering my progress is inflammation. Inflammation is bad in the body. Okay. And me drinking coffee, that's upping my inflammation. If a doctor were to run certain exams like a C-reactive protein or said reactive rate, those numbers would be elevated based off of the trauma, based off of the fact that inflammation is high. So what I'm saying is there are certain tests that your doctor can run, and these tests can give the doctor a better picture of what's going on in your body. Obviously, they're not going to run these exams because they know where the inflammation is coming from. It's very obvious. But if I were to go to a rheumatologist, or I were to go to maybe my primary care and they were curious about something, they could run these tests and it would be elevated. Obviously, I had a trauma a couple months ago, so my C-reactive protein and my SED rate is probably elevated. Hence why I need to work on bringing down the inflammation, because the inflammation is part of the reason why I am in pain. Okay, so we have to work on that. And ways of doing that is by icing. There's meds like meloxicam, Voltaren. There are meds in the same class that kind of help you to bring down inflammation. So what I'm going to do, yeah, I drop things. Don't. But I was told to take this with food, which I'm happy they did. If you have any questions, always reach out to your pharmacist. Okay, that's what I've done. I always utilize the pharmacist, and I like my pharmacist. I see 2 different pharmacists because they dispense 2 different types of meds, but they're very knowledgeable. Either way, they're both knowledgeable. They have to have the same amount of schooling, boards, and everything. Okay, so I'm going to take, this is Voltaren in gel. Usually you see Voltaren over the counter at the pharmacy and they have it in a cream. I did not know that they can give it in a pill form. So I'm going to take it. Okay. Pomegranate juice. Before y'all come for me talking about you're a diabetic, blah, 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 blah. You see how long it's taking me to drink this juice? It's called a sip. A sip, literally. Now, if this was like the cherry blend, which is done, I'll just water it down. I water shit down because that's just me. But I try to take these meds so I feel better. The last med that I would take to kind of get me through, and like I said, do not judge me because I have the right to do this, and I kind of sort of need to. I need to find my lovely and actually charge this bad boy up. So where's my vape? My little marijuana. I need to re-up, but I sometimes smoke. However, I asked the pharmacist this question because I was so curious, right? So one time I took my pain meds and I smoked and I went to the pool. And I felt that. I felt that so much. I had to go and ask the pharmacist at the dispensary that I go to. I said, hey, I want to ask you a question. I take these meds. What is the med interaction? And She's like, they don't interact, but they will exacerbate. So that means that whatever side effects they give me is going to be amplified. She was right on the money. So I was like, okay, I need to be careful. So this is another med that I use. These are all interventions. I'm not claiming one will work. I have a feeling I need surgery, but I'm still trying to do what I need to do to make sure, because I am young and I want my knee and I need to make sure that I can straighten my knee, which is an issue for me. So yeah, let's smoke. I mean, toke. Oh my goodness. You guys are so helpful. So I'll like break down. Oh my goodness. Okay. So what do I feel? I do feel like my knee popping and stuff. I do feel a lot of things happening with my leg. Okay. And obviously I'm like ashy. I do shave, but I do feel a lot with my leg. And it's kind of depressing because I would love to be out walking, but that's a feat in itself. It takes so much energy out of me just to walk 10 minutes somewhere. It's insane. My pool bag. So in my pool bag, I pack 2 plastic bags, one for my shoes, my shower shoes, and then the shoes that I walk in because I have issues ambulating walking. I also pack a bag for my pool clothes or my bathing suit. I will also pack a cloth mask. So obviously, in my state, we're still doing the mask mandate when we go to the hospital. Hospital is such a filthy place, but you know, that's just the policy. So I'll pack a cloth mask that I can like switch into, and then also too I'll pack like my keys. I'll pack a book because I like to read. Obviously my phone. Do I pack anything else? It's the pool. I might pack my vape. Like if I have to wait for my ride, I'll like pack my vape, but not always. I just try to like have the air just like slip on me. I did pack my deodorant only because it's hot and I don't want to smell musty. We don't do that around here. Um there's like soap and stuff when I get there. I'll shower again because I put on the deodorant. Sometimes when I go to the pool, I'll shower at home and then I go, but I saw this sign at therapy, so I want to abide by the rules and wash my behind when I get there so they know like, okay, obviously you showered. My physical therapist, she was so sweet. She saw me like having a hard time getting in and out of the pool. She's like, "Do you want to use the chairlift?" Because the chairlift is for like patients who are like wheelchair bound or who really have issues getting in. And I try to like use my legs to I try to use my legs as much as possible. But yeah, she's like, you can use a wheelchair lift, and I'm like, mm-mm. So we'll see how therapy is. The last couple of times I've been declining. So that is a concern for me anyway. Cause I don't want to decline. I want to get better. I want to walk. I want to be able to drive. I have driving restrictions, so I can't drive. Okay, so someone has to like take me to my appointments. I can't really work on site anywhere, so I have to work from home. Okay. So that's another thing that I have to like work from home. There's a lot of changes that have happened because of this. And I'm in the Northeast. So August is around the corner. So it's gonna get pretty cold soon, like at least within probably sometimes in September it gets cold, but by like October, November. So we're hitting the cold season, and my concern with the cold season is that if I don't find a proper resolution, I'm going to be stuck in very dire pain. I'm already in pain now. I'm hot. I'm bothered. I'm very uncomfortable a lot of the time. And I have chosen to kind of like pull myself away from people because it is very hard to be social when you have a cane. So that means I'm restricted in where I can go and what I can do. And it's like, I'm a very active person. I like going to the amusement parks. I like swimming. Like the fact that I go to the pool, granted, I'm not a strong, like deep end swimmer, but I do know how to swim. And the hardest thing for me is like, I cannot, like, it's hard for me to kick with my right leg. And obviously, you have to kick to keep yourself up. Like, I like to glide in the pool because it's less stress on me walking. But when I go to the deep end and I do those kicking exercises, it's very hard on my legs and I get tired. Obviously, you can assume I have a noodle that's keeping me afloat, but I can't go that far because I can't kick as hard or as forcefully as I would like to. And that's really a concern for me, because I want to be able to enjoy the activities, like, twerking, no twerking, no squatting, okay? It's hard for me to even get in and out of like my tub just to take a shower. So I'm having a lot of difficulties, but I'm trying to keep a positive mindset because that's also a part of it. Like, I do have like a good team of people, and they do respect what I'm saying, and they do understand that I can understand. So if I don't understand something, the doctor will explain it to me, and they know that I will understand where they're coming from, and that I can take that information and be able to use that to better my circumstances. So I went and I saw a nurse practitioner. For those of you guys that don't know, sometimes you don't have to see the doctor. You can see a nurse practitioner, an APRN, a physician's assistant, and sometimes, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I like to see a nurse, or I would like to see a physician's assistant or a nurse practitioner, only because I used to work around nurses. My mom's a nurse. Nurses are really knowledgeable, okay? Even EMTs are knowledgeable. Like, don't sleep on some of these people. Like, real freaking talk. Go talk to a nurse. Some of these nurses, they can diagnose, they can do almost everything minus surgery. No cap, no shade. Like, put some respect on their name. Like, my nurse was like, because I'm like, I thought you were so and so's nurse. She's like, no, I am my own. She's like, I am my own, basically independent contractor. So she works for herself. Okay, she went to school, but she can diagnose, she can prescribe meds, she can do everything minus cut me open, but very knowledgeable. So she was like, breaking down anatomy and physiology, which I did okay in school, but I would not ever mind getting another lesson from a professional when it comes to anatomy and physiology. So she's breaking down, obviously, the structure of the leg and how the leg is supposed to work, but based off of trauma and what has happened, the mechanics of my leg is not working properly. Other parts of my body is overcompensating, and that's creating an issue that has to be addressed, which is my leg being bent. And so, getting back to what I was saying, you can see some of these people, they're actually knowledgeable. They can do close to what a doctor does. And a lot of them work with doctors. They inform, they consult, they work together side by side. And unfortunately, some of these doctors don't really respect nurses, okay? Like, nurses are very important, okay? They're important in keeping the healthcare system afloat, and they don't get enough respect. Okay, that's just one sector. I didn't even go into like radiologists. I didn't even go into the other branches of the medical field where people are not getting their just dues, but you need these people. These are key people. Nurses are key freaking people. Without nurses, trust me, it would be a shit show. Okay, it will be an honest to God shit show. Now, I also have the privilege of having really great doctors who know what they're doing. They're very leading in their fields, and they teach, and they're very, very intelligent. And I'm very grateful to have those doctors who I can definitely have a discussion and we don't always agree on certain things, but they respect where I'm coming from and I respect where they're coming from. And I do respect when healthcare professionals just cut to the chase and tell me the truth and are honest. So when a doctor is honest, clear, and concise, I definitely do appreciate that. So I do have doctors who are like that, and I don't want to say they're few, but I really show gratitude and hold those doctors dear. Like, I probably would not let those doctors go unless I did not need to be under their care anymore. One. Two, that's just something for you guys to think about. If you're trying to get in with a doctor, think about, like I said, a nurse, which is a nurse practitioner, APRN. There's different levels of nursing, okay? And they can treat, they can diagnose, they can do a lot of what a doctor can do. Same thing with the physician's assistant. They work alongside with a doctor, okay? And they do consult. Okay, a lot of doctors, they are supposed to work in teams. Same thing with nurses. Nurses work in teams. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to take my meds, chillax, charge my phone because I'm going to get picked up soon for therapy. And I will see you guys. Okay, please please share, please subscribe to my channel. I'd appreciate all the love. And if you don't, then you don't. If you have something negative to say, so what? I'm going through something that you're not. But at least, respect the nurses in the hospital. Respect the doctors in the hospital, at least. Or at least respect the nurses. At least respect the nurses who, look out for your ass, and the nurses assistants that do all that shit for your ass, and the patient care associate that washes, all these people that do all this shit for you, trust and believe they get burnt out. Okay, they get tired, and they have to deal with your crazy ass in all different types of states, and you better be thankful that at least some of them do care and they do their job. So put some respect on their name. All right, until next time, I'm out. Peace, man. Shit, I'm about to just